I don't know what it is about January and February, but it always puts me in the mood to deep clean my house. People talk about spring cleaning, but for me, spring isn't a time to clean my house. Spring is a time to run outside after all the cold weather that we've had and be in the garden as much as I can be, soak up as much sun as I can, and enjoy the increasing daylight hours. So yeah, January and February are good times. And I think too, because it's on the heels of the winter holidays and Christmas trees and decorations and a lot of chaos and food, it just seems like January and February are a good time to get things back together and back in order. So I have a room, sort of two rooms in my house that are particularly bad. They're both on the third floor, and I use them for storage. That was always the purpose of those rooms. And I try to keep things organized and sorted, but as time's gone on, it's just really gotten away from me. I'm going to show it to you soon. And I really hope this is a friendly place in a no judgment zone, because it's pretty bad. Well, you can see for yourself, it's pretty bad. And to make matters worse, the cat just got in here and everything is breakable. So I'm gonna try to extract the cat without creating more damage, and then I'm gonna start the cleanup. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling very daunted by this project. Wish me luck. I would give you an update. I am getting there. There is less stuff, but wow. You know, it's a pretty big house, but there's not as much storage as you would think. And I hate to use whole rooms like this just to dump stuff. It's usable, decent space. This actually was a servant's bedroom. Back in the day, certainly not in my day, but it was a servant's bedroom. So it wasn't obviously a grand, huge space, but it is a usable space on the third floor. And there's some window light, as you can see. And yeah, I would just love to, I was thinking actually of putting some of my recording stuff up here and setting up a spot, because I'd be a little bit further away from the dogs who love to bark all the time and some of the other commotion that happens in the house. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I guess whatever happens, at least I've cleaned this spot up. It was super dusty, not just because we didn't use it, but also because there were some construction projects in the area and we were not careful to contain the dust, and it just kind of went everywhere. So it does feel good to at least get that done. So I'm kind of at the point now where I can't really go farther until I sort out this big old mess. And this is a room that used to be a bathroom. This is just an empty box. This room used to be a bathroom. It was the most disturbing bathroom you ever saw. I think I have some pictures. I'll look for them and I will include them so you can see it. It was built in the 1920s or 30s and had been virtually untouched, but in the worst possible ways. So not needing another bathroom in this house and understanding that like nobody uses the third floor. My husband built these shelves instead so we would have extra storage, and that's been great. It's just so easy to start to use this as a catch-all for everything. So I need to kind of go through things, figure out what's what, and make some space so that the other room that I've been working on cleaning can look a little bit more put together and organized. Okay, we're gonna pause for a minute so I can show you some truly disturbing before and after bathroom shots. Here we go. This is what you would see when you first walked into the room, this weird linoleum floor that was stained. There was this tin shower. You can see a little bit on the right. It was really gross and rusty. And this little door that leads to the cedar closet and some more attic space. You can see the fixtures were ripped out here, and there was some construction debris over to the left. And then the big reveal, nice clean wooden shelves, brand new flooring, all painted and ready for storage. So much better. Sorry about that little diversion. I just had to show you those before and after photos. They're just too good to keep to myself. Let's go back to the attic reorganization project. I just ordered these boxes in 2 different sizes to try on the shelves. They're not really meant to be stacked, but I wouldn't be stacking them on the shelves, so I think this is gonna work. I should get 2 tomorrow and then the rest of them on Thursday, so I'll have to see how it works. I wanted to show you the progress that I made yesterday. Here is the room after I've decluttered it quite a bit. I got rid of many boxes. I consolidated lots of things. I rehomed some things. I'm donating some things. I gave some stuff to my father-in-law to sell at his store, Whatnot Shop in New Britain, Connecticut. And this is so much better than it was, but certainly not perfect by any means. You can at least see the floor, so that's really good. This floor is from the 1920s. It's scuffed up, but it won't matter because I'm gonna put an oriental rug down on this floor. And I still need to find some better systems for some of this mess. And behind all of this is a closet door, and it's very deceptive because the door itself looks small, but it goes all the way back through this wall. So what I really need to do eventually is to dig out all of that stuff and figure out what I'm keeping and what's going, so I have more room to put some of these things away that I don't want to keep out. This is a great rocking chair. It needs to be reupholstered, but it's incredibly comfortable. It's a Lincoln rocker. I love it. And then I did pretty well across the way as well in terms of just getting rid of some stuff and getting things a little bit organized. I ordered a bunch of bins from Amazon in different sizes. So we'll see if that helps at least give it a little bit more of a uniform look, because this makes me feel very overwhelmed and disorganized. So we'll see what happens there. And then here's the other corner. They're tricky spaces. There's the room across the way. I'd like to paint these walls. Look how damaged they are. I'm told there was some kind of a canvas wall covering on here that was accidentally pulled off by a cleaning person. This was way before I lived here, so I don't know the details of that story. but I don't even know if I can wash these walls or if they're gonna need a skim coat or what has to happen, but I would love to paint them. I think it will make a really big difference and brighten up the space. And then I wanted to show you this little bell, which is how they would have called the servant back in the day. Unfortunately, I could ring that bell until the cows come home, and nobody's coming here to help me with anything. So there's things in this room that I just can't part with, and I don't really have a space for right now. This is my husband's collection of old irons. And this is my little collection of Wedgwood. And a Royal Copenhagen tea set, which is very cute. Some old bottles that were mostly dug out of the backyard. This is a great little Victorian side chair, all needle pointed. This little table we might be able to say goodbye to, but this lamp was my mother's, and the tea set was my grandmother's, and she made that little rag doll in the corner, and that chair is my mother's. My father made me this dollhouse when I was a kid. It's gotten beaten up a little bit. I've moved so much, but it's very sentimental. And I have this old Spanish carved chest from the 1600s that I will never get rid of, and an old trunk that I'm using for storage. And these are really nice Margolis tables. I have 2 of them, but they're quite big, and I just don't have a spot for them right now. I love this old painted tray. I will definitely find a spot for it someday. I'm sorry for the glare. This is an old collection of decoy ducks. Another painted tray. An old cuckoo clock. Painting and a lamp, tall lamp. Little Hitchcock side table that's very cute. This child's rocking chair was in my grandmother's house, and I remember it so well. And this was my mother's chest of drawers. It's a really nice piece from Pennsylvania House. It's not antique, but it's nice. And a little hand-painted basket there that I really like. And then these shelves are going to increasingly have some little childhood vintage items that I think are fun. And this was painting that was in the living room of my childhood home. It was over the fireplace. So I remember that incredibly well. And then again, the little Lincoln rocker with the table. You can see that my husband brought up the rug that used to be in the parlor that we're going to lay down in this room. And before he can do that, he's going to cut these doors so they don't hit so close to the ground. Otherwise, they won't close and open when the rug is down. And I was hoping to do some repairing and painting of the walls, and I can still repair the walls, but I'm not going to paint them because you can see the cracks in the ceiling. This is from the plaster separating from the lath. I think that's what he said. And it requires more substantial repairs than anything I'm prepared to do, so that will have to wait. Here's the room with the rug down. I think it looks so much cozier. I really like it. It definitely makes the room feel more like a room and less like an attic space. I'm quite pleased with that. Here are the boxes that I ordered from Amazon. I really like them and I think they're gonna work well. I just have to pop them up so that they stay in the right shape. And that's a little coat rack that's gonna go where the shelves are on the opposite wall. So it looks messy and weird right now, but I think these are gonna be great. And what's nice is that when I fill them with different items, I won't ultimately have a box that's so heavy that I can't carry it, which is a current problem I have with the bins. And Iris is loving the commotion. We're gonna take this piece and move it up many flights of stairs because there are shelves that go in it, and I can put some breakables in here, safe from the cats, but still in a place where I can see it. So we have 3 flights of stairs to get up. Wish us luck. We made it. It's in. That was a lot of stairs. And now the room looks like this. So it's kind of like 3 steps forward, 2 steps backwards. But I do think we're getting there. And I'll show you what's going on in the closet. I've got some of my new bins. I'm still kind of playing around with how I put them. There's a lid on the floor. So my goal is to make all of this look less overwhelming and crazy. The shelves are in. This is gonna be great. I bought this piece years and years ago at an estate sale. I went the last day. This is just for moving purposes so the door didn't swing open and break. I've done that before. But I bought this at an estate sale. It was the last day. I think I paid 20 bucks for it. And originally I had wanted it for book storage, but it's not good for book storage because of the curve in the shelves and the glass. So it was in the basement. My husband just had it down there. I couldn't bear to part with it, but I didn't really have a use for it until now. Compliments of these crazy guys. Indy, Indy. So my goal for right now is just to get some breakable things into this cabinet so that I don't have so many things packed up in boxes like this. Because then I can't see them and I can't find them, and then when I do want to get my hands on them, I have to go on this total treasure hunt to make it happen. So this will be so much better. And as I've said before, the cats can't get into it. We've had so many catastrophes, pun intended, lately. They have broken 4 lamps. They pulled over a whole stack of Port Marion bowls. Yesterday, they knocked over a decorative china piece that was my mother's. It's getting really old. I won't even talk about the plants. Oh! Andy likes to eat my loopy cases. This is my 4th loopy case. So they're really cute, but they are going through such a hard phase, and I know they'll come out of it again because I've had cats before, but to be able to put things away in safe spots is really critical to being able to keep these things in one piece until the cats are safer around breakables. So I'm, again, so excited. So I'm going to show you how I put things in. I'm sure I'll change it around, but it will give you an idea of what I'm going for. Pretty Limoges teacups. Aren't they so sweet? Got the gold detailed handle. Okay, so here is the big reveal. Here are the shelves. They are much better. I really like the fabric boxes. I think they give a little bit of a unifying look. I feel less, hello Indy. I know, honey. I think it gives a much more unifying look. There's still a lot of random stuff here and there, but it's actually organized chaos at this point, so I don't feel too badly about that. And I just think it will keep the dust off of things. It's not as crazy looking. I'm pretty pleased. Across the way, don't want to go too fast, we have this. So it's not beautiful. It's still rather attic-y. I mean, clearly I'm using this for storage, and I have to. I don't have another spot for storage, but it feels much more put together. You can see I filled up this little cabinet, and I'm so happy now that these things are all safe and not stored in boxes. I can find them, I can reach them. Here's a little shelf behind me. There's Indy, the crazy kitty. And I can sit here and have a place to kind of think. Whoop, my cat is on my lap. I thought I would show you what Indy is in rare form today. Hello, honey. I know. I thought I would show you what ended up in here. I have some of my really pretty Limoges tea set pieces here in the corner. And these pretty different teacups were my grandmother's. And I have some cake stands and some candlesticks and some glasses that are so delicate. They were my great-grandmother's. And this pitcher and basin belonged to Eric's mom's, I don't know if it was his mom or his mom's mom, but this was in Eric's family. And then down here is the china set that was given as a wedding gift to my grandparents from my great-grandparents. When my grandmother passed away, I inherited it. It's very pretty. I really don't use it because there aren't enough serving pieces to make it work. And I have my own brown and white transfer set that I've been collecting for years, so I tend to use that, but I do love having this. So Indy wants to snuggle. I'm pretty pleased overall. You know, as I said, the ceiling needs to be massively repaired. That's just not going to happen anytime soon. I would love to paint the walls, but it makes no sense to paint walls until the ceiling is repaired. So that is, again, a project to wait for another day. But at least all the dust is cleared out now. And with the rug, you know, I can just give things a quick vacuum. And I definitely feel like I got rid of a lot. And I think it's much better. And Indy thinks so too. Honey, say hi. You want to say hi? You want kisses? I think we need to celebrate the progress made over these last couple of days with just a reminder of our before versus our after. And here we have the room of shame as it was. And with a little bit of hard work, it became this. Much better, more organized, calmer space. And here was every game ever invented on the face of the earth. And now we have the nice cloth-covered boxes hiding all of the crazy. It's definitely a big improvement. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for accompanying me as I cleaned and organized my attic. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. You can also hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you soon, I hope. Take care.